So, Sean, big weekend coming up. Obviously, you qualified for the NCAA Indoor National Meet, which is obviously a huge accomplishment. You'll be running in the 800. Can you just speak generally about, what's ahead, what your thoughts are, what you're looking forward to?
Yeah, obviously kind of a big week of travel here. We leave tomorrow morning, and then just kind of trying to adjust and kind of get through a routine once we get out there. Hopefully see the venue and kind of just prepare my mind and get to see who's showing up there and stuff, and just get a feel for it. Obviously, a championship setting is a little bit different than a normal invitational that we run. It's a little bit more high powered, and there's kind of less room for error there. So just getting out there and I'm just kind of getting myself comfortable with the setting, I guess, is really important. So yeah.
Yeah, and obviously you'll get the chance to run against some of the best athletes in the nation, but that's an experience you also got to have in the outdoor season last year. Mm-hmm. You got to run in the outdoor national meet. You performed well there. This will be your first taste of the indoor national meet. Mm-hmm. How do you think that experience last year helped prepare you for moments like this?
Yeah, last year was a bit of an upsetting finish. I didn't ultimately make it to the final last year, and I was really hoping that would happen. But just taking some of that experience and realizing that I need to put myself up, closer to the front, right off the gun, and just get myself in position to strike late. Last year I didn't do that, and I ended up working pretty hard the last 300 meters to really move up. And by the time the final push came, I just kind of ran out of steam. So just making sure that I'm executing a little bit better. I've been working on that and trying to think about that throughout my races, and focusing on just kind of staying relaxed. I was, a little bit tense last year during that race. I get a little overwhelmed. So just trying to stay relaxed and know that I belong there, and I'm getting ready to execute is going to be really big.
Yeah, and you've improved your time over the course of the year compared to last year. And, looking at the field, you're right up there with all the other top runners in the race. So looking at the weekend, what's your sort of realistic goal? How well do you think you have the chance to finish potentially?
Yeah, if you look at the entries, the field's pretty wide open. There's no real clear front runner right now. There's obviously some pretty established runners in there, a couple time All-Americans. But just given the performances this year and how I think what I'm ready for, obviously I think going for the finals is a very realistic thing. It's going to take a big performance. Like I said, there isn't a whole lot of room for error there. Tactically, I'm going to have to be on my game, but I absolutely feel ready for it. And just taking that on and getting excited about it. So obviously, a first-team All-American is definitely in sight there for me. But just making sure that happens, and then who knows? Once you get to the final, anything can happen. It's hard to predict, exactly how these races are going to go out. But just getting out there and just being prepared to move with anything that goes, and just putting my position again to move late and just kind of see where everything ends up.
All right, Sean, thank you. Good luck.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So, Coach, before we get into talking about this weekend and what's to come, you guys obviously just wrapped up the women's team indoor season at the MAC meet. Can you just look back on that meet, give us your overall thoughts and reactions?
We're definitely very happy with how we did. You always have this nervousness about going to a championship, like, oh gosh, what if we blow up and things don't happen? And I think we showed up and we performed really well across the board. In fact, I don't think there was one competition where I thought anybody threw in the towel or really gave up. I think we really stuck our noses in it, and we really went for that top 3 or 4 finish that, if you look at the results, was very much a possibility. I started the season talking about the chance of a top 4 finish, and we ultimately finished 7th, but we were up half a point out of 6th. We were 8 points out of 5th and 12 points out of 4th. And not even just 4th place, which is what I began the season talking about, but 3rd place was only 17 points away. And there were definitely different scenarios where I could have seen that played out with different performances, a little bit better luck. So it was exciting for sure.
Yeah, and obviously some more excitement this weekend.
Yeah.
Sean Torpey has a chance to go to nationals, qualified in the 800.
Right.
We just spoke to him. He obviously feels good about his chances there as far as, making it to the finals, putting up a good showing. Can you just speak a little bit about Sean and what you're looking for this weekend?
Sure. So Sean is in super great shape right now. We go out to the track. Something that you always want to see as a coach is somebody having to hold back a little bit in order to hit the paces that you're prescribing in the workout. And right now he's cruising through intervals that are so smooth, running 56-second quarter pace, 57-second quarter pace, and he's ready to go. I mean, when you look at the seed list, he's 13th on the list right now at 1:48.53, and 1 second faster puts him in the top 3 in the nation. I think that he was unfortunately not put in some of the best heats this indoor season that I think he deserved to be in, but he's run those times on his own, sometimes running away from a field. And so I think when he's really challenged with some of these great athletes, I think he's going to run 147. I think that we'll see that little bit of a challenge being at altitude in Albuquerque, so we'll see if that affects him or not. It's only an 800-meter race, so that could play a little bit of a part, but I hope it's not anything tremendous. I know that he's ready to throw up a really big personal best time. We'll just see. We'll have to see how it plays out, really. So.
Yeah, and obviously, just past that, you guys are getting ready to start the outdoor season.
Yeah.
So a lot going on.
Yeah.
Sean obviously will look for a big outdoor season as well, but a lot of the athletes we just saw last weekend. Olivia Bechtel obviously had a great indoor meet, and she is looking for a great outdoor season. How do you, assess where the rest of the team is right now as far as getting ready for outdoors?
Yeah, we take a little bit of a break after the indoor season. With the men, it's a little bit different because their season either ends a little bit earlier or it's just a little bit of an abbreviated season. And with the women, they get done, and we have 2 weeks to take a break and get ready for the first outdoor meet. So Olivia, having run the 53:07 that she ran in the 400, and what was that, 22nd on the list. So she ultimately didn't make the national meet, but during the outdoor meet, they take 24 to the final. I think that she is definitely in a great position to be one of our best athletes. You add her to Danielle Collier in the javelin. We get stronger as a team outdoor, and Sarah Bruns is just going to get better and better at her multi-events. And it's such a great time because spring is here, it's nice weather, and we get outside as a team a little bit more cohesive as a group, and we've got some really big goals on the outdoor season. So I know we're looking forward to even stronger performances from everybody as we get more fit throughout the year.
All right, Coach. Thank you.
All right, thank you.